I'm a great believer in luck. I've been writing the memos to clients now for, I think this is the 34th year. And I wrote one, I believe it was January of 14, called Getting Lucky. And that one got the most responses of any until lately. And it was about how lucky I've been. I feel I've been inordinately lucky from the timing of my birth, to my position at the front of the baby boom, to the fact that I got into Wharton when they said I wouldn't, and so forth. But certainly, having started the convertible bond fund in May of 1978, I got the call in August that changed my life. It was from the head of the bond department. And he said, there's some guy named Milken or something out in California, and he deals in something called high yield bonds. Do you think you can figure out what that is? There have always been low grade bonds, but the way they came into existence prior to 77, 78 was that they were high grade bonds that got into trouble, so-called fallen angels. What Michael Milken, Drexel Burnham, and some others at the time did uniquely is they had this concept that you should be able to issue non-investment grade bonds if the interest rate is sufficient to offset the risk. Makes perfect sense. But prior to those days, it was impossible to issue a bond that wasn't investment grade. Moody's, in its manual, defined a B-rated bond as follows: fails to possess the characteristics of a desirable investment. In other words, it was bad. And that was without reference to price. And this was, if you think about it, the ideal bookend to my experience in the 70s. I went from losing a lot of money in the best companies in America to making a lot of money safely and steadily in the bonds of some of the worst companies in America. So it helped me to two conclusions. It's not what you buy, it's what you pay. And good investing comes from buying things well, not from buying good things. And if you don't know the difference between buying good things